What if I told you that much of the chaos in your life doesn't actually come from the outside world, but from the way you choose to respond to it? A single word can disturb your peace. A disrespectful look can ruin your entire day. And one impulsive reaction can create consequences that stay with you for weeks. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that you have power over your mind, not over outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. True strength isn't about reacting quickly. It's about mastering the rare ability to pause and choose not to react. The Stoics understood this nearly 2,000 years ago, and modern psychology continues to explore the powerful connection between emotions, impulses, and decision-making. If we never learn to govern our reactions, we can spend our entire lives being controlled by them. The world will shout. People will provoke you. Life will test you. But your real power lies in what you choose to do next. In an age filled with constant notifications, instant opinions, and emotional traps everywhere, calm isn't weakness. It's power. The power of not reacting. If you want to build an inner peace that chaos cannot easily shake, stay with me until the end of this video. And if you find value in these lessons, subscribe to Axiom Stoic. With every new video, you'll build the habit of protecting your inner peace, strengthening your mind, and growing in emotional maturity. Seneca taught that one of the greatest remedies for anger is delay. Think about that. A few seconds of silence, a brief pause, can save a relationship. It can preserve a friendship. It can prevent a decision you'll regret later. We live in a culture that rewards speed, quick replies, instant judgments, immediate opinions, fast reactions. But speed without wisdom is simply chaos in motion. The pause isn't weakness. It's the invisible shield of a disciplined mind. Imagine a leader receiving terrible news. Markets are falling. Criticism is spreading. Pressure is coming from every direction. If that person reacts while overwhelmed by emotion, they may create even more damage. But if they stop, breathe, consult, and think, their response can come from clarity instead of panic. The difference isn't always intelligence. It's the pause. And you can practice this yourself with something extremely simple. 3 conscious breaths. Inhale slowly. Hold for a moment. Then exhale gently. Repeat it 3 times. By the end, the intensity begins to fade. The mind gets room to think, and reason finds its place again. This is the sacred pause. It's not silence because you're afraid to speak. It's preparation before you choose your words. It's not escape. It's control. Every reaction is a reflection. When someone pushes your buttons, the important question isn't only what they did. It's why that particular action affected you so deeply. Epictetus encouraged us to look inward when we become offended and examine our own weaknesses. Because sometimes, the offense itself isn't what causes the deepest pain. It's the story we create around it. If rejection completely destroys your confidence, perhaps your self-worth still depends too heavily on external approval. If a small delay immediately makes you angry, perhaps patience is something you still need to develop. Every strong emotional reaction can become a sign pointing towards something inside you. Most people ignore these signs. Instead, they blame everyone around them. He made me angry. She ruined my day. They disrespected me. But the Stoic path asks a different question. Why did I give them that much power over me? The next time you feel provoked, don't react immediately. Pause. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? And what is this reaction revealing about me? In this way, every insult becomes a mirror. Every conflict becomes a lesson. And every difficult moment becomes an opportunity for self-understanding. Marcus Aurelius believed that if someone could prove him wrong, he should be willing to change because truth matters more than ego. The mirror of truth may not always be comfortable, but it can set you free. Most people build their peace on fragile foundations. Money, status, attention, comfort, approval. But when those things disappear, their peace disappears with them. The Stoics offered another way. Build your peace like a fortress inside yourself, using values and principles that external circumstances cannot easily destroy. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the idea that true peace isn't found by constantly escaping to another place. It is cultivated within. Imagine a castle standing through a violent storm. Rain strikes the walls. Winds shake the windows. Thunder fills the sky. Yet inside, a small flame continues to burn. That can be your mind. If you build your inner world on principles rather than praise, on character rather than status, your peace becomes much harder to take away. For this, 3 practices are essential. First, discipline of thought. What you repeatedly allow into your mind eventually shapes the way you see your life. Second, mastery of desire. The fewer things you believe you need in order to be happy, the more freedom you gain. And third, courage in adversity. Peace doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means having enough inner strength to move forward despite it. Epictetus captured this idea clearly. A person isn't truly free until they have learned to govern themselves. Your inner fortress becomes your protection against criticism, loss, rejection, and uncertainty. Most people believe strength means resisting everything, pushing back, fighting harder, reacting with intensity. But true strength can sometimes look very different. Like a flowing river, you don't always need to fight the force coming toward you. Sometimes you redirect it. Emotions aren't enemies that need to be destroyed. They are powerful forces that need direction. Anger can destroy relationships, but when redirected, it can become the courage to stand for what is right. Fear can paralyze you, but when guided properly, it can become preparation and awareness. Sadness can weigh heavily on you, but it can also develop compassion and understanding. Seneca reminded us that we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality. The emotion itself isn't always the problem. The problem is what happens when the emotion takes control of your actions. So try something simple. Name the emotion. This is anger. This is fear. This is sadness. Then notice what is happening inside your body. Don't immediately run from the feeling. Don't immediately obey it either. Observe it. Then redirect that energy towards something useful. Anger into discipline. Fear into preparation. Sadness into reflection. This isn't repression. It's transformation. Remember, water doesn't need to fight a rock. It flows around it. And over time, it can shape even the hardest stone. This is emotional mastery. The art of turning what you feel into something that helps you grow. Life will break your expectations. That's not pessimism. It's reality. There will be loss. There will be disappointment. There will be betrayal. There will be failures that shake your confidence. But what defines you isn't simply the moment you fall. It's what you choose to do after you fall. For the Stoics, adversity isn't simply a curse. It's a forge. Fire burns, but it also transforms. Marcus Aurelius expressed the idea that the obstacle itself can become part of the path forward. What stands in your way can become the very thing that develops you. The Phoenix Principle teaches us to face reality without constantly fighting against what has already happened, to search for meaning inside difficulty, and to rise from painful experiences with greater wisdom. Think about one of the hardest moments you've experienced. You survived it. You're still here. And that alone proves something important. Resilience already exists inside you. Now imagine going beyond survival. Imagine becoming wiser after every fall, stronger after every setback, more grounded after every storm. Like the phoenix, you don't have to remain the person who entered the fire. You can emerge different. Every scar can become evidence that you survived something that once seemed impossible. Seneca compared adversity to a test of character. Fire tests gold, and difficult experiences test the strength of a person. You are not made of glass. You are capable of being shaped by pressure. Every fall can become the beginning of another rise. Choosing not to react isn't indifference. It isn't weakness. And it doesn't mean allowing people to treat you badly. It means choosing your response intentionally, instead of surrendering control to your first impulse. That is freedom. The Stoics remind us that no one can take away your inner peace unless you allow their actions to control your mind. In a world that is constantly loud, fast, and demanding your attention, calm is one of the greatest advantages you can develop. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, pause, breathe, observe, and remember, you don't have to react simply because someone expects you to. If this message helped you see emotional control differently, leave a like and subscribe to Axiom Stoic. Here, every video is another step towards strengthening your mind, protecting your peace, and becoming more emotionally mature. And before you leave, write your declaration in the comments. I choose wisdom over reaction.